everyone! Welcome back to C2 Novel and Vocab Week 13! Woo! I hope everyone did a great job on your midterm exams, and now we're back into regular studying. So let's get started. Who am I? Hello, my name is Miss Kimberly, and the goal of our session is to have students understand each word in your vocabulary workbook and to be cognizant of the phrases that are in our novel that may be a bit difficult for us to understand. So let's get started. What is today's agenda? What are we doing? We'll be going over week 13 vocabulary in our vocabulary workbook, and then we'll also review some of the example sentences that we have made. And then it will be your turn to review, self-study, and do the homework pages. So why are we doing this? What is vocabulary acquisition, Miss Kimberly? Vocabulary acquisition means to understand these words and have it in our brain and gather all these words so that when we're thinking of something to write, we know what that word means. By learning the definition, synonym, antonym, and the part of speech, this can significantly, greatly improve your reading comprehension and enhance contextual usage. Also, we have our extra example sentences. This will help with writing variation. So I know that sometimes we write with the same sentence structure all the time, but we don't want that anymore. By looking at a variety of example sentences with this one specific vocabulary word, you will be able to learn how to use these words in different sentence structures and make your writing a little bit more fun. So let us get started. Week 13, everyone please turn to page 76, okay? 76, I'll give you a few seconds. 3, 2, 1, boo! And the first word here is annoy. Everyone say annoy. And the synonym means to aggravate. And the antonym is to please. And it is a verb and it means to make someone angry. I'm sure you have all heard this word annoy before. The example sentence says, her brother annoyed her with his noisy running. So maybe this boy's like running like and making a lot of noise. And that really annoyed her. She's like, if you see this picture, she's like, it's making me angry. It's aggravating me. To be annoyed. Repeat after me. Her brother annoyed her with his noisy running. Very good. At the bottom it says, the constant buzzing of the mosquito annoyed me all night long. I hate it when I hear a mosquito at night. Don't you? It's like, bzzz, and it keeps going around your ears. It keeps reminding you, I'm in your room. I'm going to bite you. It's annoying because it makes me very angry and I can't fall asleep. Example 2. The loud laughter annoyed the student who was trying to study in the library. So as you know, we should be quiet in the library. But the loud laughter, someone laughing over there, just kept bothering me when I was trying to study my vocabulary words. Annoyed. To make someone angry. Everyone say annoy. Number 2 is frustrated. Everyone say frustrated. The synonym is upset, and the antonym is content, meaning you're happy with it. So, frustrated is an adjective, and it means annoyed, the first word we just did, disappointed, or discouraged. So they're like, frustrated, I don't know what to do, I'm so annoyed, I'm so angry. The example sentence says, I was frustrated when I didn't know how to write an essay. Boy, I'm sure when you guys first came to MI and you're like, what? Intro, body, conclusion, what? Who? It must have been very frustrating, and you must have felt frustrated when you didn't know how to write it. But thankfully, with the MI teachers, you're able to write a 5-paragraph essay now. So easy. Repeat after me. I was frustrated when I didn't know how to write an essay. Good. At the bottom, she was frustrated when she couldn't solve the last math problem on the test. So you're like taking your test and you're like, I'm almost done. The last question. You're like, what is this? I don't know what this means. And you're like, I'm so annoyed. I don't know what to do. I'm so frustrated. I'm so discouraged. I don't know. Frustrated. The second sentence says, when things get tough, don't give up. Try to stay patient and avoid feeling frustrated. So when things are a bit hard, don't give up. Stay calm and try not to feel annoyed, disappointed, or discouraged, or frustrated. That's a good piece of advice. Thank you, sentence. Everyone say frustrated. 3, everyone say impress. Impress. And it is a verb to cause someone to admire or respect you. Look at this biker over here. The example sentence says, the biker tried to impress the others by doing tricks on his bike. That looks like a very dangerous trick. And I wouldn't want to do that just to make someone admire me or to like me. But maybe this biker is a professional, so it's okay. So, repeat after me. The biker tried to impress the others by doing tricks on his bike. So he's doing backflips and flying off of his bike, just trying to get people to be like, ooh, ah, to impress them. Okay, example 1 at the bottom. Although he didn't win the race, he still managed to impress the coach with his determination and effort. Because this boy, he didn't give up. He kept running the race. He still impressed his coach. The coach was like, wow, that student right there, he's doing a great job. He won't give up. I'm very impressed. The coach then started to respect the student. Example 2. She impressed the judges at the talent show with her excellent singing skills. So I'm sure you guys have talent shows at school, or maybe you've seen something like this on the TV where a person has to sing very well to impress the judges, to make them admire and respect her because she has wonderful singing skills. Everyone say impress. Good. Number 4, panic. Panic. And the antonym is calm. And the part of speech is verb, to suddenly feel so worried or frightened that you cannot think or behave calmly or reasonably. You're like, I don't know what to do. I'm in such a panic. Panic. You feel so worried or scared about something. So here, in the example sentence, it says, we panicked when the fire alarm went off. That's exactly what you shouldn't do when the fire alarm goes off. That's why you guys have fire alarm drills at school, right? To stay safe. Panicked, also here in the past tense, we add a K. So make sure that you remember that when you're doing your writing. We panicked when the fire alarm went off. Your turn. Thank you. Example 1. I started to panic when I noticed a huge bee flying around me. Oh my goodness. So this happened to me this past weekend. There was a huge bee. It was a big bumblebee. It wasn't the wasp, so it wasn't dangerous, but it was flying around me. I was like, and I was wailing my arms around and running around the place. I panicked because I didn't know what to do. I was so scared. Example 2. Lily didn't panic and instead controlled her breathing to stay calm. That should say why. Sorry about that. So she didn't panic and she controlled her breathing. Very good. Panic. Number 5, everyone say figure. Figure. And the synonym is believe and the antonym is question. And it is a verb to expect or think that something will happen. So you figure this will happen. You think it will happen. You expect it will happen. Example sentence at the top in your book, it says, I figured it was time for me to go home because it was getting dark. So say that you're playing outside and you're like, oh, I think it's time for me to go home because it's getting pretty dark outside. You figured, you thought. Okay, repeat after me. I figured it was time for me to go home because it was getting dark. Excuse me. Example sentence 1 at the bottom. After checking the weather forecast, she figured it was a good day for a picnic. So she looked on her phone, looking at the weather, and like, oh, wonderful, warm, no wind, no clouds in the sky, perfect and sunny. She's like, oh, I figure it's going to be a perfect day for a picnic. So they decide to go on a picnic. Example 2. Tim figured that he would like the movie since it had his favorite actor in it. A lot of people say like they like Tom Cruise, right? And then Tom Cruise had all these movies before and we really liked it. And now Tom Cruise has this new movie. And you're like, I think I will like that new movie because, you know what, I like that Tom Cruise man. So you think that you will like it. Everyone say figure. Figure. Good. Ignore. Everyone say ignore. It means avoid, and the antonym is acknowledge, meaning to know and show that you are recognizing them. But ignore is a verb, and it means to intentionally, purposefully, not listen or give attention to someone. So here, looking at this woman, she is ignoring this man who keeps trying to talk to her. My friend was ignoring me when I tried to apologize for my misbehavior. That's not very nice. If someone's apologizing and you're ready to accept that apology, you should not ignore them. But here, ignore means I don't want to listen to them. I do not want to talk to them. I'm going to ignore them, act like they're not there. Ignore. Repeat after me. My friend was ignoring me when I tried to apologize for my misbehavior. At the bottom it says, I tried to ignore all the distractions while I was trying to focus on a task. So say that you heard a lot of noise outside from construction, a baby upstairs in your apartment was crying, and you try to ignore it. You try to shut it off, and you're trying not to pay attention to it so that you can instead focus on what you were doing. Example 2. My cat ignored me even though I called her 10 times. So I made this sentence. I thought it was very true of my life. If you know that I have a cat, her name is Tuna. And whenever I call her, I'm like, Tuna, Tuna. She never comes. She always ignores me. She acts like she's not listening, and she purposefully doesn't want to give her attention to me. Everyone say ignore. Good. Number 7, interrupt. Everyone say interrupt. And the synonym is intrude. And it is a verb meaning to stop the progress of. So you're interrupting something else that is going on, but then you intrude and you step in and you stop it. Example sentence, my little sister always interrupts me when I'm trying to do my homework. So say that you're in your room doing your homework, and then your sister comes in or brother comes in and like, hey sister, hey brother, play with me. And they keep interrupting. So they're trying to cut off the progress of you doing your homework. Repeat after me. My little sister always interrupts me when I'm trying to do my homework. Example at the bottom. It is very impolite to interrupt someone while they are talking. Very true, especially when you guys have speech presentations for your textbook class or for your TED Talks class, and they're doing a presentation. It's very rude and impolite to interrupt by making noise or making some kind of sound while they are talking. We want to be respectful. Or we can say number 2, the meeting was interrupted when the fire alarm went off. So say that we're in a huge meeting and then all of a sudden, beep, beep, beep. The fire alarm interrupted the meeting and made it stop, and then everyone had to go outside for safety. Interrupt. The word is immature. Immature. And the synonym is childish, and the antonym is mature, meaning like you're an adult. Childish, you're acting like a baby. And it is an adjective, not fully developed mentally or physically. So it says, my immature sister always makes silly faces. I remember why I didn't make sentences for this. Repeat after me. My immature sister always makes silly faces. Okay. Just like the words from last week, like the word idiotic, there are some words that I do not like to use. This is one of them also. Immature means it's not a nice word when you were to call someone immature because they're acting not appropriately to their age. So say that you're in middle school and you keep repeating after your teacher. We can say something like, the middle schooler was acting very immature by repeating everything what the teacher was saying. Very not good. Or another example sentence for immature could be something like, we didn't like how she was acting in an immature behavior, so we decided not to play with her. Also not a very nice thing to do, but some people can do that. Okay, everyone say immature. Number 9, the word is lame. Everyone say lame. The synonym is pathetic, and there is no antonym here in our book. And it is an adjective meaning especially of an excuse or argument, something that is weak and unsatisfactory. So say that you're giving a weak excuse or unsatisfactory argument. That means it is kind of lame. The example sentence says, I gave a lame excuse to my teacher saying that my dog ate my homework. A lot of people in America a long time ago, they would always say, oh, my dog ate my homework, as a lame excuse. It's not something that a teacher would be like, oh, really? It's okay. So repeat after me. I gave a lame excuse to my teacher saying that my dog ate my homework. Sentence 1 at the bottom. Since I didn't prepare for the debate, my arguments were lame and unconvincing. Next year in 4th grade, you guys will have debate class, and you will have to make up very good supported arguments for your debate, not lame arguments. Example 2. He didn't make a lame excuse for being late to class, and instead apologized and promised to be on time tomorrow. Perfect. If you're late to class, and be like, oh, I was running here, and then I tripped, and then I saw a bug, and I got distracted, and then I was running again, and I fell again. Those are lame excuses. They are weak arguments. So instead, just say, I'm sorry, I promise to be here on time next class, while meaning it. Everyone say lame. Good. Number 10. The word is ungrateful. Everyone say ungrateful. And the synonym is unappreciative, meaning you are not thankful. And the antonym means thankful. Un here means not. So not grateful or not appreciative. And it is an adjective not showing or expressing any thanks. So you're like, I don't have to say thank you. Jack was an ungrateful person because he always complained about everything. So he wasn't thankful about anything, and instead he always complained, like, oh, why is this happening to me? Why is this broken? Why can't things work out in my favor? He's always complaining and not grateful, not thankful for things that he should be grateful for. Okay, repeat after me. Jack was an ungrateful person because he always complained about everything. Good. Example at the bottom, it says, the ungrateful child didn't say thank you after receiving a gift. Oh no, where are your manners, child? So when someone gives you a gift, you should always say thank you so that you do not sound ungrateful. Example 2, be thankful for what you have is much better than being ungrateful and always wanting more. So instead of saying, oh, I want more candy or I want more toys, you should be more so grateful and thankful for the things that you do have already. Okay? Ungrateful. Number 11. Now these are our TED Talk words. Unique. Everyone say unique. And it means special. And the opposite, the antonym, is common. It is an adjective and it means being the only existing one of its type, or more generally, unusual or special in some way. So it means special, it's one of a kind. Everyone's fingerprint is unique and different. No person has the same fingerprint. So if you look at your thumbs, and if you look at your mom's thumb or your dad's thumb, it will not look the same because everyone's fingerprint is unique. It only exists, there's only one type. Repeat after me. Everyone's fingerprint is unique and different. An example at the bottom, it says, all snowflakes are unique and have a different structure and shape. So if you look at a snowflake under a microscope, you'll never see the same structure or pattern. They're all different also. Oh my goodness, there's so many mistakes. Pretend that this is underlined here. This restaurant's pasta sauce is unique because the chef adds his special secret ingredients. So we can say that there's no other pasta sauce just like this restaurant because this chef has his own secret ingredients. Unique. Everyone say unique. Next word we have function. Everyone say function. It is a noun and it means the natural purpose of something or the duty of a person. So what is it for? What is the purpose? Purpose, function. The function of an umbrella is to keep you from getting wet. Yes. That's what its job is. The umbrella's job, the purpose of it, is to keep you from getting wet. It protects you. Repeat after me. The function of an umbrella is to keep you from getting wet. These next two sentences, I got the help from your TED Talks book. It says, the function of a shark's skin is to keep bacteria growing on it. It's to prevent it so that it will not grow any bacteria. Function. And if you remember the next, the pitcher plant's slippery coat has a function to make insects fall in for it to eat. So remember the pitcher plant, and it's slippery inside. Once a bug lands in there and it's wet, it goes ploop, and it falls in, and the plant is able to eat it. Function. Next word is organism. Everyone say organism. And it is a noun, a single living plant, or a living animal, or a living virus, etc., so on and so forth. There are organisms living all around us. So these are not just people or animals or bugs. They can be plants. Those are also living organisms. Repeat after me. There are organisms living all around us. Next, the zoo is full of fascinating organisms, from giant elephants to colorful parrots. Yes. And then next, frogs, fish, and snails are all different types of organisms that live in a pond. Good. So these are all different types of living things. Organism. 14. Wow, look at this picture. Everyone say application. Application. And it is a noun, and it means a way in which something can be used for a particular purpose. The application of her math skills helped her get a better job. So since she was able to use her math skills, it helped her to get a better job. So maybe she's more for like a job that needs very technical and hard math. Repeat after me. The application of her math skills helped her get a better job. Very good. Example 1. It says, scientists discovered useful applications of the new thin film to prevent the growth of bacteria. I also got this from your TED Talks. So remember, in our TED Talks, scientists were able to use biomimicry and take the shark's skin or scales and figure out a way to use that same structure for this thin film that prevents the growth of bacteria. So if you know, this is an application on a lot of our elevators right now. In Korea, we have like this plastic film sticker on top of all of the buttons on our elevator, which is to stop or prevent the growth of bacteria. You didn't know, now you know. Example 2, the flashlight on your camping trip had a practical application to help you see in the dark woods. So it had its purpose to bring light. Very good. Number 15, everyone say slippery. slippery, and it is an adjective, difficult to hold firmly or stand on because it is smooth, wet, or slimy. Slippery meaning we're able to trip and fall easily on it, or it's slimy. The roads get slippery after it snows. Repeat after me. The roads get slippery after it snows. The roads also get slippery when it's raining too, because it's wet. Example sentence at the bottom. The banana peel on the floor is a classic example of something that can be unexpectedly slippery. So I don't know if you guys know Mario Kart. It's a game on lots of different game consoles, but I use it on Nintendo DS. There's a special star that you can get, and it's to throw bananas so that the other carts get slippery and they fall. But yes, that's the banana peel. Example 2, when the chef accidentally spilled oil in the kitchen, the floor became quite slippery. That can be very dangerous in the kitchen also. Slippery. And we're on our last word, everyone, and the word is adapt. Adapt. And the synonym is adjust, and the part of speech is verb. The definition says to change or to change something to suit different conditions or uses. So we're changing and adjusting the way so that we can fit in better. Chameleons adapt to their surroundings. How do chameleons adapt to their surroundings? They also have something called camouflage, where they can change the colors of their skin. So repeat after me. Chameleons adapt to their surroundings. Example 1. Birds that migrate long distances adapt to changing weather by flying south in the winter. So here, birds are adapting because it gets cold up in the north, so they fly south where it's a bit warmer for them to stay healthy and warm. And example 2, as you grow, you'll adapt to different responsibilities and challenges like homework and chores. So when you're younger, you don't have much homework or chores to do, but as you grow, these responsibilities will grow also with you. And you'll have to adapt and change to it so that you can also do it with them. Okay? Everyone say adapt. Adapt. So let's go to number 1 very quickly. Repeat after me. Annoy. Frustrated. Impress. Panic. Figure. Ignore. Interrupt. Immature. Lame. Ungrateful. Unique. Function. Organism. Application. Slippery. Adapt. Woo! Good job, everyone. We finished all of week 13 words. Now it is your turn to review the words again. Read it all out loud, okay? And make sure that you do the homework pages. Thank you for joining me again. I'll see you guys in the next video for Skinny Bones. Bye!